No, if you are a black conservative
Right.
or a black Republican, you're going to be badly treated. Remember when J.C. Watts first won? Now, J.C. Watts won in a district that was like over 92% white.
Right.
A black running, but he was a conservative and always won handily. But when he was elected to Congress, he wanted to join the Congressional Black Caucus. That's what it was called. It was the Congressional Black Caucus.
Yes.
Not the Democratic Party. So he went to join it, and he was refused admission.
Yeah, because he's not.
Because he wasn't a Democrat. So the Congressional Black Caucus is not a bipartisan organization by any stretch of the imagination.
It's the CDBC, Congressional Democratic Black Caucus.
That's what it is. There is no Congressional Black Caucus.
It's a false.
Doesn't it? It's by
it's a false misnomer. That's like
it's a misnomer.
That's like saying the NAACP has advanced colored people.
Yeah, those people are desperate.
They really are. They're clinging, they're grasping at straws and they're.
they're really desperate to find some great cause. Because let's face it, race is what they need to exist. And the problem is race is becoming so irrelevant.
Right.
And in the American political arena, they're having to trump stuff up to try and find some way to.
The irony of a dream
justify their
as noble
existence.
as civil rights is once you achieve it, you no longer need to work for it.
Well, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean you don't need to continue making sure that there's equality or making sure that, if there's racial injustice, you stand up for it. But the worst thing that can happen to the NAACP is for everybody to say, you know what, I love you regardless of the color of your skin.
Somehow the cord for the camera has managed to shift in front of you. That's not. Yeah, you can't stand there and just hold that. You keep talking. You did. No, hang on. I got it.
Don't worry about it.
You talk.
Okay.
So I'll talk too. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to swing this out of the way.
Pennsylvania Senate race: Pat Toomey versus Joe Seastack.
Right. Now, how we think that's good? Now, this is Toomey's second time around. He lost in a very close race against our own Specter.
I think Pat Toomey.
All I know is Specter's not going to be in there anymore.
No.
Good riddance to him.
Peace out, Arlen.
Sorry, Arlen, but I mean, my God, come on, the guy was a political whore. Political whore.
Barely political. He was about,
and I mean that with all due respect.
The same given Meg Whitman
that Jerry Brown's,
yeah,
for Meg Whitman. I mean, come on, it's all due respect.
Hey,
the guy who left the Democratic Party to become a Republican because he knew that Reagan was going to sweep the Republicans.
Oh yeah.
And stayed Republican. And then when he knew the Republicans were going to lose, he switched parties so he could stay, so he could keep his committee chairmanship, and still lost in the primaries. He didn't fool the Democrats.
He thought he was going to ride the Obama popularity wave. And
hey, look at me, I'm with Obama too. They still got rid of him.
Turns out you can't surf on a sheet of ice.
Yeah, I know. I like the fact that Seastack, or Sestak, right?
Mm-hmm.
Served in the United States Armed Forces, right? Was he in the United States Navy?
He was an admiral. He was
Admiral in the
Admiral
United States Navy. Mr. Sestak, our Admiral Sestak, we thank you for your service to our country, sir.
Right.
That's beside the politics.
I'm never voting for you.
Good American. I wouldn't vote for you either.
Not a chance in hell. But
no.
Good American.
But good American.
I think Pat Toomey takes it.
Well, Sestak has been coming on.
Yes,
he has been coming on, and I think he's a nice guy, and I wish him well. But I have to tell you the truth. I am going to give you my honest political opinion. Mm-hmm. I think Toomey takes this as well.
I really do.
In a razor-thin election, but I think Toomey beats Sestak.
I'm thinking a 51-49 margin with possibility of a recount.
I think it's going to be, it could be potential recount, but I'll go along with that. All right, in the Pennsylvania governor's race, forget it. The Republican is way ahead of the incumbent Democratic governor, and he has no chance.
If you are a Democratic governor and you can't win in Pennsylvania, that tells you that national.
Pennsylvania is one of the. There's certain states
state
that are razor thin. The Republicans keep losing, but they keep losing 51-49. You go, right. My God, all you need is 1.5%. What the hell have you got?
All you need is
Pennsylvania is one of those states.
All you
Washington
need is
is one of those states.
elixir. You need a Barack Obama.
Yeah, that's true.
Or Nancy Reid or a Harry Pelosi or.
Let's try. Oh, well, don't forget now. Before we go, we got all those jokes. Remember, I wrote all those jokes tonight. Well, I came up with none. I just made up myself. What is the Secret Service designation for Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid?
I don't know.
Thelma and Louise.
Nice.
Thank you
Been
very much.
driving off the cliff.
Driving us
together.
off the cliff. All right, Connecticut, Blumenthal versus McMahon.
Oh God! See, I think Blumenthal takes this one, but I wanted to be.
How in the hell they're going to go with Blumenthal? I just, well, you know, people in Connecticut, that's your business.
Yep.
It's your business. You want to elect this guy, go ahead. But you. I'm
The
sorry.
Democrats have
He's
shown-
a sleazy.
Oh,
I'm not talking about his politics either. Don't tell me he didn't know that he had never been to Vietnam.
Right, yeah.
He knew damn well he'd never been to Vietnam. And maybe the Republicans just didn't pick a good candidate to go up against him.
I think Linda McMahon's
Connecticut
a great
is
candidate.
just a blue state. It's just a blue
It
state.
is. You're
And
definitely
you
swimming
cannot
up there.
help some people. You just can't help them. And so who do you think? Who do you think, McMahon or Blumenthal?
I think Blumenthal takes it.
Blumenthal takes it. And it won't even be close.
No.
Delaware, O'Donnell versus Kuntz.
O'Donnell. I know
Seriously.
how far behind she is in the poll.
My understanding
know.
is it's been closing.
It is closing.
And it's been closing rapidly.
Delaware is a state that, I mean, they know they had Joe Biden as a senator in this seat for 30 some odd years,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
They know, and they are starting to come around to a more swing state identity. I think O'Donnell takes this one because Delaware, I mean, you can't separate the Obama agenda from Delaware. Biden's name is on the Obama ticket. These people know that what's going to happen. I mean, it's not that Delaware has had a bad economy or Delaware has been a bad state, but they know who they sent there. They voted Democrat a long time. O'Donnell represents new blood, and I think that the smears on O'Donnell are actually working in her favor now.
Okay, so you're picking O'Donnell.
I think O'Donnell's the dark horse.
O'Donnell loses. She
Sure.
loses handily.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. O'Donnell once said that when she was a high school student, she dabbled in witchcraft. But of course, since then she had a conversion of the heart, a metanoia, if you will. She is a devout Catholic. She's pro-life. She lives by a moral standard that is not understood by the political left.
Right.
And matter of fact, they think it's comical and it's proof of idiocy. At best, lunacy is what they really think.
Right. But
Kuntz was a Marxist. Claims that I never was a Marxist. Kuntz was a Marxist. He was a bearded Marxist. In the political left, that's okay.
Not only
That's
okay,
a sign of intelligence.
Yeah, that means
You were a Marxist.
you were a radical.
You were really
challenged
you were
the
smart.
establishment.
That's right.
Good on you.
And so in the political left, it's okay to have been a Marxist. And
It is
in
not
spite of
okay.
the fact that at least you can attribute directly to the actions and policies of socialism worldwide, more than 149 million deaths,
Yeah.
makes Hitler look like a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You're a Marxist.
As
Well, he's
long-
not going to be that kind of Marxist.
As long as you were never a practicing Christian.
As long as you're not a Christian, that's okay.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. We're going to be right back. When we come back, we're going to pick up with Nevada.
Oh
We'll make our predictions on there, okay?
UNLV.
So we'll be right back with Colbertradio.com, and we'll pick up the Reed Angle race.
Oh.